Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Forgot to Grow podcast. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 9, Ye Who Enter Here. I'm just going to be sharing with you guys the plot summary to start, then just my general thoughts and reactions after watching this episode. So let's just start with that plot summary so you have some idea of some of the stuff I'm talking about. So the plot summary for Episode 9 of Season 2 goes, the team splits up with Coulson and Bobby leading a group to begin searching for the hidden city under San Juan, and Sky, May, and Hunter leaving to help agents Sam and Bobby Koenig rescue Raina from a Hydra kidnapping attempt in Vancouver. Shout out to Canada. Raina tells Sky that they are two of the worthy ones who can enter the temple in the city, and that others who try will die. She also reveals that the city and Diviner were created by the Kree. Sky tries to warn the main team, but Whitehall blocks their communication and Ward boards the bus to take Raina. He also takes Sky, promising to take her to her father in exchange for to let the others go. Mac has already entered the city, which causes him great pain and compels him to attack the others until he's subdued by Bobby and falls down a deep shaft. Whitehall, surprised to learn that Ward took Sky and did not destroy the bus as ordered, gives Agent 33, who still has May's face but is now disfigured, orders to do so. So that's the plot summary for this episode, guys. This was kind of like a first part episode and a two-part kind of mid-season finale for this one, where we're kind of, they finally found the city, they finally got to the city, and they're just trying to figure out what they can do with it, how to safely enter, and Mac found out the hard way that it's not as easy as just rappelling down. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode just because it's kind of the first conclusion in this season of this story arc with the alien and the hidden city and all that stuff. I like that they finally kind of named the Kree as the alien race in this one, so that we kind of officially have the name to the race. I think we already knew that. I'm not sure if they've mentioned that it was Kree before, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the first times we have the mention of the Kree name in an episode referring to these different all the stuff related to it. But yeah, I enjoyed that aspect of it. I enjoyed that we got Sam and Bobby Koenig. I love those guys. I love Patton Oswalt's performance as all these different brothers, and the kind of funness he brings to the role, and the kind of the funness it brings to the show with his kind of comedic take on different things. And it's a whole gag in itself when you have characters that look at when you have twins, right? So I just really enjoyed that aspect in this episode, especially when they make the joke about having 13 brothers, like just messing with Trip. That was great. But what else do I have written down for this episode? Raina's picked up by S.H.I.E.L.D. I mentioned that in the plot summary. But then once she learns that Hydra has the Diviner, she's just like, oh, okay, take me away, Hydra, because she's always just been interested in finally getting to the Diviner and getting it to this temple. So she's just going to go wherever gets her there first. And that's what I've always kind of liked about Raina's character, is kind of, you can't trust her one little bit, but I love that she's just does what she wants and does whatever's gonna get her to her objective. Like we see her, when we revisit her at the beginning of this episode, she's scamming some rich dude into taking her all around the world and stuff, and you see that classic Raina skill set there, and I just really enjoy her character overall. And from here, we start to get her. She has some stuff happen to her that goes going forward that's just really interesting to her character storyline. I'm excited to get to those episodes. What else do I have written down? Oh, Agent 33 still looking like May. I enjoy where that storyline goes too. They didn't really do much with it this episode, but I know that kind of comes up again with her and her and Ward having a big kind of relationship type thing. That's a weird thing, but we'll get to that when we get to those episodes. I just had a line written down from the Koenig brothers. One of them's like, Bobby's the shorter one, or Billy's the shorter one, and then the other one's like, Sam's the shorter one. And I just really like that. That's very brotherly, especially when they're twins. You're the same height, guys. Come on. We see Mac also saying a line, he says to Bobby at one point, he's like, are you bringing Hunter in on the other thing? And I'm like, what? How have I never noticed that line before when watching this? That's a big foreshadowing line to the future thing with the real S.H.I.E.L.D. and Mac and Bobby's kind of connection to that. And so the fact that they dropped that line in this episode, just can't believe I hadn't noticed before. And so I thought that was a little cool bit of foreshadowing they threw in there. What else have I written down? Mac calls out Fitzsimmons for being weird. That's what I love about Mac's character added into the show. He doesn't put up with this awkward, people don't want to communicate their feelings thing. He's just like, nope, this awkward silence is killing me. Y'all two need to talk it out. And yeah, and then they did. Fitz has a little overreaction, I think, in this one. I love Fitz. He does kind of go a little... Anyways, but him and Simmons now are a little kind of drifting apart, but drifting back together when they're helping you. It's a whole thing. They're up and down. They're a roller coaster, but I love them just like I like a roller coaster. But what else have I written down? There's not too much else. Mac got infected with some kind of alien thing. And then at the end, we see Ward is the one who tracks down Reyna and also takes Skye to go back to Hydra. And I thought that was just it wasn't in much of this episode. He kind of just fit in where he was needed. And I like that about this show. They didn't try to like squeeze him into more of the episode than it needed to be. They just had Ward come in, when it made sense in this episode, when they needed to track down S.H.I.E.L.D., bring the former S.H.I.E.L.D. guy in, send him after Reyna. The whole Skye part of it was obviously, it's a curveball to Whitehall, but that's what you get with Ward sometimes. So, I enjoyed just that little aspect of that he wasn't like through the whole episode, he just showed up when he was needed, and I think that's just good writing. But yeah, that's all my thoughts and stuff I noticed in this episode, guys. Be sure to let me know in the comments below if there's anything I missed or anything in particular you liked or enjoyed or disliked about this episode. Thanks for joining me again, and have a good one.